Hello guys, today I'm going to be talking about some solutions to global warming. First, I want to shout out our pollinators. This is before we get into the solutions. I just want to shout out our pollinators and how important they are to our global environment and our local environment. These people are people is a strong word. These creatures are the reason we are able to eat because without them, our plants would not get pollinated and they would never bear fruit. Before we get started, I just wanted to say that all of the images are images I took myself, except for the graphics. Those are like kind of copyright free images from Canva. And I just wanted to say that this is our beautiful campus. And I think there's one photo from Asheville. Solar energy is our future. This is one of our most important and big intervention against climate change and CO2 emissions because energy is a reason a lot of that CO2 got put in the atmosphere because for energy we used to burn things like fossil fuels and do kind of unrenewable methods, but solar is very renewable. And solar isn't just solar panels. Solar energy isn't just about solar panels. I think that's really important to note. But solar panels are very important because they're low land use. You can put them on buildings. Once they're created, they're low or no CO2 usage after their creation. But also, solar energy is very important because you can use it in place of maybe traditional energies because you don't need to necessarily use light bulbs. That's right, I'm talking about using sunlight as your form of light in certain spaces, especially if we encourage architecture that utilizes and maximizes sunlight as a lighting source. For example, you'll see in a later part of this video, uh, we have low lights on in our study room because we're using that solar energy. We have that window open to minimize our energy usage, but also because that light is very good for like your dopamine receptors. Another big thing that we can do to help with global warming is to use bikes more than we drive. And while this may not be the best for everyone, it might not really applicable for everyone. If we use more like electric cars, we'll also see a decrease in CO2 being released in personal transportation. Now, I know that electric cars are a little bit contentious right now because one of our main manufacturers and some politics going on, but they are not the only manufacturer, and we should really lobby for change and better infrastructure for electric vehicles. The second best way I can think of to limit CO2 is to go plant based. Despite a lot of common American belief, plant based doesn't have to be rapid food and it's actually very healthy for you. And plant based reduces CO2 because it doesn't use animals. Um, Animal usage in America has become to the point where it's overpopulating America. When we think of like cows, naturally, if their population would not be that large, so that artificial inflation because of humans is disrupting our climate and our environment. I'm gonna say this again for the people in the back. Plant based diets can be tasty. Plant based diets are healthy, and they're not just healthy for you. This is a quick example of plant based food not really just being like rapid food. This is some Japanese curry. It's all completely plant based with rice. Plant based is better for our planet too because of the lower CO2 emissions. This is a cutesy little example of us not necessarily utilizing a light, but rather utilizing the sunlight as we study. This is the disc golf course. You'll see a little sad face pop up because there's trash there, but I really wanted to highlight some of our beautiful natural spaces on our campus. It's really important that we take care of our natural spaces because the way we take care of our home is the way we may take care of things outside of our home. So it's best that we take good care of this place, that we treat it sustainably, that we take care of it well because the little piece of trash is probably reflected tenfold in a place that we have no connection to. so like the side of the road. Another way that we can combat some of that CO2 and greenhouse gases is by planting gardens. One of the things I do want to note when we plant gardens, we want to make sure that those plants aren't invasive and that we want to try and encourage native planting so that we don't disrupt those ecosystems. I'm sure you have all heard the phrase reduce, reuse, recycle, but I'm going to hammer it in one more time. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Let's think about ways that we can reduce. Let's think about ways that we can reuse. Let's think about the way we recycle. It has an order, and that is the order we should prioritize. We should prioritize reducing the amount we consume and the amount we waste. And we should prioritize reusing whatever we do consume and waste. And we should also recycle what we can't recycle. Hi, I'm Claire, and if you have any questions about how to increase your sustainable living, please let me know. It is something I am very passionate about because I love our Mother Earth, and I hope you love our Mother Earth too.